Black Americans getting hung in trees are getting hung in places that used to hold historic K3 membership numbers. I'd call them what they are, but they're getting extra sensory lately. Secondly, there are very odd bot accounts and different types of accounts being flooded into TikTok that are showing up in my FYP because of the things that I'm talking about and have attempted to talk about and publish. If you see an account with a number 33 on it, block it. I don't care what they're saying. I don't care if they're for Trump, against Trump. I don't care what it is. Shut it down, block it, do not interact with it. It is the same with the number 14. Whether you believe or disbelieve is none of my business, but these hate groups are participating in blood ritual magic. They are participating in blood sacrifice. It is practically indisputable at this point. If you don't believe me, they have the Quran loaded up on the internetarchive.org. You can read it for free. And as dumb and wackadoodle as it sounds, we can't really say shit about it because they're the ones running things. I wish I was joking. They are. They called themselves the Hidden Empire for a reason. Hate groups that really despise each other will put down their differences to achieve goals all the time. Look at how complicated the relationship between Netanyahu and Trump is. Look at how often Trump sways back and forth between kissing the guy's ass and practically licking it and then turning around and absolutely can't stand the fucker. Because old Donny Boy realizes it's checkmate. He's been fucked over by everybody and used as the scapegoat, sacrifice, convenient, golden lamb, whatever the fuck. And he's getting pretty sick and tired of it. Has been. In fact, now I'm starting to wonder if the whole reason he flagrantly put that shit out on television is not just because of his personality, but also to threaten Israel too. You give me what I want, or I'm spilling the beans and I'm one of the most powerful men on the planet. He would be known as an imperial wizard. Or, since they're fusing, possibly the Reichsfuhrer. For those who are late to the class, here are a few facts that the rest of my followers know. That is, if they watch the whole thing. Trump is the avatar and the golden ram that ties all of these Aryan nations together. Trump's family actually comes from a place in Germany called Kolstadt. 2 SS officers in his family bloodline. So you already have connections to one bad thing. During World War I, his grandpa got booted basically because he tried to go to the United States to get out of any kind of war duty. It must trickle downhill. So the country of Germany said, well, fuck y'all, you can't come back. So they decided to settle in America. He had an uncle that was on the FBI team that seized the Nikola Tesla papers. I want you to sit with that one fact for just a moment, because, when you get booted out somewhere and you kind of want desperately to find your way back, you're willing to give up secrets, aren't you? Gee, I wonder if, I don't know, any of those goons over there got advance notice on anything. Suddenly those rumors of Hitler trying to build a death ray are not exactly, they're kind of scary now, huh? Tesla supposedly tore up all of his shit on it. At least the most important parts. So already that's a whole big ass can of worms by itself. Then you get into his daddy. Firstly, who the fuck gives their kid the middle name Christ? I'm not shitting you. Go look it up, I'm not shitting you. Donald Trump's father was arrested at a very violent K3 rally in New York, but no charges were ever filed. That's not suspicious. Let's also not forget that there were a few active cells of K3 members that openly sponsored Trump during his campaigns. So already it's like, that's decently icky too, right? 14 and 33. Now I want you to think of how many articles you've read, especially within the past month, that's had the number 14 in it. It's high. The number 33 is significant because of numerology. You see, the letter K is number 11 in the alphabet. So if you want K3, 11 plus 11 plus 11 is 33. The number 14 represents a slogan, and it is... Okay. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. The number 6 is also significant. Some in the group believe that they have gone through 6 eras. From my research, this would actually be the 4th one. Mainly because a lot of the time, history tends to associate the violence and upscale of that with an era for the Triple K. And the year 1946 was pretty decently important. It was the official revival after a 1944 dissolution of the K3. A guy named Sam Green reestablished it on Stone Mountain, Georgia, May 9th, 1946. Why am I bringing this up and why is that important? Well, K3 is obsessed with numerology. Good old Donny Boy was born in June, which is the 6th month, on June 14th in 1946. Literally a month, pretty much, after that ceremony. Stay with me. The number 18 was highly significant to Nazis and neo-Nazis. The number 18 numerically means AH, or Adolf Hitler. And in 1964, when Lyndon Johnson signed into law no discrimination, guess who turned 18? The first ever recorded major joint rally between K3 and Nazis happened on August 18th in 1940. Here. If you are familiar with World War II history, you might be familiar with what's known as the German-American Bund. This fusion happened in Camp Nordland in New Jersey. There were over 3,500 attendants to that first one. Another recorded one was in 1979, around November. It's unfortunately known as the Greensboro Massacre in North Carolina, where combined groups decided to execute 5 civil rights workers. Unsurprisingly, right around the 1979 one, Trump was getting investigated for racial discrimination. And then we get to the topic of 9/11. If you haven't, go look up the interviews held by Trump on that day or about that day. Especially with what we know now about collusion with Israel, what we know now about who had been caught and interrogated that day. Too many coincidences of different corporate people not showing up to work conveniently. The list goes on, right? You watch those interviews, your light bulb is going to explode. The reason I say watch is because even though he's not on screen, look at the face of the person interviewing him. 90% of the time, it's not him who gives it away, it's the people around him who give it away. No one keeps cool as a cucumber about shitty things they've done like a narcissist. Everyone else has a bit of a hard time with it though, and that's why they get yelled at. And remember what he's constantly said, no one's done more for Israel than me. There was a very specific act that passed because of all that too. That immediately gave our government oversight into everything we were doing, writing, typing, mailing, because they were looking for terrorists. And if y'all don't know by now, that was a huge crock of shit that a lot of people died over, and you should be pissed off, then you haven't done your research. Sorry. It all sounds like a bunch of cartoon villain shit, but why do you think all the television shows we watched growing up were all about this stuff? Because they were warning us. Truth is often stranger than fiction. So what's the point of all this? The point is to understand they are all uniting and banding together, and if we don't soon, we're fucked. That's why.